Hello and welcome to another edition of the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast. We have a couple of race partners on today's episode of the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast. And if you're new here, the Zoomcast is where we talk to former SPS racers, sailors, and coaches and get to hear their experiences from Sail Prairie Sound and lots of cool stories along the way. Now, this conversation between Brad and Garrett was a very good one, and there's lots of great stuff in it, but it was also very long. So we're going to be breaking this Zoomcast into a couple different parts. You're watching part one right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. And a little background on Garrett and Brad. They started out as laser sailors at Sail Prairie Sound and then moved up into 29er sailing, and they had lots of cool stories along the way between 2000 and 2005, which was a kind of a prime time for Sail Prairie Sound racing. So, like I said, we've broken this up into parts. So part one is going to be where Brad and Garrett talked about how much they like sailing and what got them into sailing and what kept them sailing and why they came to Sail Prairie Sound and started 29er racing. So there's a lot to unpack throughout the Zoomcast, but we're just going to start out with this in part one right now. So stay tuned for more episodes, and here's part one of the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast with Brad Laking and Garrett McNabb. Welcome to another edition of the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast. Today we have a pretty recent generation from Sail Prairie Sound, Garrett McNabb and Brad Laking. Guys, thanks for joining me. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Tom. You?
Oh, not too bad.
Good.
So obviously you guys are former sailors at Sail Prairie Sound. You did a bit of 29er racing, quite a bit of racing with Sail Prairie Sound. Brad, maybe we'll start with you. Right off the bat, what got you into sailing, or why were you so enthusiastic about sailing as a kid?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked, because I was just talking to my wife about how we got to get Gabe into sailing. But it all started out with 2-day short boom program, and first day was no wind, didn't like it. Second day was lots of wind, and just like loved it. So ever since then, I just always wanted to go back, and then Sail Prairie Sound came in, and that's kind of where I got into it.
Yeah, well, yeah, things can turn around very quickly in a sailboat. Someday it's no wind, someday it's extremely exciting. I'll reiterate the same question to you, Garrett. What got you into sailing at a young age?
I think it was we just relocated to Georgian Bay, and my parents were looking for something for me to do, and they wanted me to get more comfortable around the water. And so the boom program was actually just down the street from us. So I think my parents signed me up, and that's when my sailing days began. But I remember my first summer, I think I was quite petrified of the heavy winds and capsizing. But the calm days, I didn't mind it. But that all switched around pretty quickly.
So what was the tipping point for you, Garrett, with wanting to stay in sailing? Obviously, some days are really scary, some days are a lot of fun, but what made you keep sailing?
I think it was just enjoying being on the water. The activity itself is, kept you stimulated. The people were fun. Just the activities and the challenge. And I think it all combined for something great for a kid to do in the summertime.
I think we're all very happy at Sail Prairie Sound that you guys were able to experience Sail Prairie Sound and also be pretty successful racers on the race team as well. Brad, what made you want to come and take sailing lessons at Sail Prairie Sound?
I think lots of what Garrett said. Just I had that first experience and get to spend some time on the water, and be around people that also like doing that and being on the water. And it was just it was an awesome way to spend the summer. It's I don't know, it can't be beat, really, in my opinion.